everybody. Well, for me, it's morning at least. Hope you've all had a great week. Welcome back to another episode of the Aussie Lawn. In today's episode, a little bit going on. We've got to push on. We've really got to push on and get this grass taken out now. I gave it a second application yesterday with Roundup. So today, what our little mission is, we're going to shave this right down. So we'll get our trusty little Victor out that we haven't seen for a while. We'll get him out. We'll get him onto this and we'll start ripping it out, taking it down as low as we can. And then what I'll probably do this afternoon, I'll hit it again with Roundup just to treat any particular bits of plant that may have yet actually come into enough contact with Roundup. So I'll probably end up giving this about four doses of Roundup with potentially a fifth one before anything new goes in. I did actually receive a question in last week's video about the guy was not so sure that you could even kill cooch. Well, look, anything's possible if you do things correctly and follow procedures, so to speak. So if you are on this all the time, if you give it a hit every week for a couple of weeks, I promise you it'll be gone. It's certainly a difficult grass to control, but it's not an impossible grass to control. And as the old saying goes, persistence will beat resistance. So that's our little job today. We're going to get this out, get it down to as much bare dirt as we possibly can. So let's push on. Let's get rid of this cooch. Righto, so for really short-cut grass to start with, heaps coming out of this, absolutely heaps. Now, those blades on that poor old mower are pretty buggered, but we'll push on with what we've got. It is really ready for new ones, but I'll probably put them on after this job's done, because no point putting on brand new blades and then punishing them straight away just for one off. There's enough meat left in them for one more scalp. We'll pick this up now, introduce you to a mower most of you might not have seen before. It's actually another Victor here. The reason I'm using it this morning is there's a fair bit of fuel left in the tank still, and I don't really plan on using it much more this season, so I just want to use as much fuel as I can out of it. It was actually, I'll just go and grab it for you. So this one here, this is the Victor Mustang 20. It also is a pretty rare feature. It's got the key start at the back there. That battery system's long gone now. Really solid unit, 20-inch cut. The biggest engine pack that Victor used at the time, which is the V50, and again another huge 5-litre tank. So this one is also self-drive. So we'll use it to clean up a lot of this stuff, and we'll do the rest of the video with the Honda when we get back around here mowing this other stuff. So we'll pick up what we've got here just to keep things clean and tidy. We'll go back with the other one, so we'll just alternate between the two. Righto, so still got a fair bit there, and again, the reason it's probably not cutting as good as what it could is because the blades on that little Victor are buggered, but we will make do with what we have available to us. Might get that Scott Bonner 46 out, that scarifier, and tear out a little bit more with it, and then a few more runs short, and we'll get there. Righto, so that's a bit better. That's more what I was looking to see. We've really started to rip into that now. So we'll go back now, we'll pick the last of this sort of stuff up, and that'll do for now. And then as I said, in a few days' time, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll spray it again this afternoon with Roundup, but in a few days' time I will just see how it's going, and if it needs any more Roundup, it shall receive it. As I said, we need to really push on now. In the last video, we talked about one of the grass types, which was the TifEagle, which is an ultra dwarf cooch designed for putting greens, and it's actually an improved variety of the Tif dwarf that I had, or I thought I had down the back there. The other grass that at the time I wasn't sure about, I can now confirm that it is actually a zoysia grass bred and developed for use on greens. Now, it's not officially available yet, and all I can tell you is it's from the Lawn Solutions Australia R&D department, and it's just a little trial, and that's what it's going to be. So I share with you guys what I can share with you, and I look forward to playing around with a bit of zoysia, because I don't have absolutely any zoysia background or experience at all. So this will be a learning curve for me as much as it is for you guys watching this little project come along. So for those of you who are wondering what it might be, it is a zoysia. It is designed for green applications, but that's all I can tell you. Anyway, let's crack on. Righto, so pretty happy with how that's turned out, I should say. Pretty happy how that's turned out. All we're going to do now is, as I said, this afternoon, providing it doesn't get any real wind or anything up, it's going to spray over this area again. Reason being, as I said earlier, there may be some sections here that haven't actually managed to pop up and get some Roundup the first time, so we're taking away all that other canopy to reveal potentially new untreated bits of cooch. We'll give it another hit. Then that should be about it until probably nearly time to start laying the new stuff. We'll just keep a real close eye on it, because you may get one or two little bits pop up, and that's the secret to making sure you get a successful kill, because you will not get 100% treatment or 100% kill after one treatment or two. It'll be 3, 4 and maybe 5 for good measure. It's just a matter of getting the product on all bits of grass you can. That's all I've got for you this week on the Aussie Lawn. Look, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We've gone past the 5,200 subscribers now, so I'd like to let that keep ticking over nicely. So please, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. It'd be great to have you along for the journey. Now, the spraying that I just did, actually, it was not the same day. It was about 4 days. It's actually 4 days later. So later on that afternoon, the wind picked up too much. next few days it's too windy, then work kicks in. So that's unfortunately how it goes for me. But anyway, it's probably, truth be told, it's probably better that way. It just gives any little bits the opportunity to sort of recover, and yeah, so really 4 days later, it's not a bad thing. It's not going to really matter. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. We'll catch you here next time on the Aussie Lawn.